Hello, everyone. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. Um, by now, you've gotten the earlier announcement that I sent out about what is going to change for our lab. But I wanted to go ahead and make a short video to kind of walk you through what the changes are going to be and what you can expect going forward. Um, so, first of all, it's a little more difficult to transition a laboratory-based class to an online format. Um, but that's what we're going to attempt to do. And so largely the rest of your semester will focus on data analysis as opposed to actually being in the lab um, and acquiring those skills. So luckily you already have had some time to get familiar with the lab equipment and the things we use, such as the Sonic Ranger, um, and also Lab Assistant, the software we use for data acquisition. Um, so what's going to happen each week is I will have a package for each week posted on Blackboard, and you will be able to access all the materials that you need to do that week's lab. Now, we will continue doing pre-labs as we have before. You will have a pre-lab due next week over experiment 2B before your regularly scheduled lab period. So there's no real change in that. Next, let me collect my thoughts. So we have actually taken some sample data for the rest of the experiments. And so you will get a sample data set for like this upcoming week. You'll get a sample data set for the simple harmonic motion experiment. I've also posted another little video with a demonstration on how that apparatus actually works. But for now, I'd like to kind of walk you through the software that we'll be using and where you can find everything. So let me switch here. Okay. Let me go back. Okay, so when you pull up your Blackboard site, this is usually what you see. You come to the announcements page. Keep in mind, I have two sections of you guys. So I have one of you on Tuesday and one of you on Thursday. So I'm just going to make one video for both of you. But your Blackboard sites look very similar. So here on the left, I have added a new tab called Lab Materials. So if you click on this, you will see that I have added some stuff in here. So in general, each week there will be a little folder here with the title of that week's experiment. Inside there will be some additional links. But before we get to that, let's talk about other tools that you will need going forward. So this first link is for Data Assistant. This is the software that you have been using in lab to do all your graphing and analysis. If you click that link, it will take you to this page where you can download either a Windows version or a Mac version, depending on what kind of computer you have. So I would recommend trying to use that for your analysis since you are already used to it. And then the other program that we're going to be using that is new is basically an online meeting system called Zoom. Now we use this for kind of our modern face-to-face interaction in this situation. So Zoom is kind of a conferencing program, but I have added a link here for WKU's version of help for getting started with Zoom. The first time that you click on Zoom, one of our Zoom meetings, you will be prompted to download and install the software on your computer or whatever device that you're using. WKU has several links here for tutorials on how to join a meeting, kind of walks you through the process. So that is a good resource to use. How to share content, how to leave a meeting. To kind of get you used to using Zoom, I have scheduled an initial meeting on Monday at 2 p.m. for my Tuesday section, and then at 3 p.m. for my Thursday section. And during that time, you will be able to answer any questions that you have about, or ask any questions you have about the new format, and we can discuss how things are going to go. So that's what this link is. So once you have downloaded and installed, if you click the link, it will take you to a page that should look something like this. Actually. Okay. But on your side, there should be an option here that says join meeting. And please, everyone, bear with me. This is new technology for all of us, so it's going to take some trial and error. But I would suggest, if you have any questions, join me in that Zoom session on Monday. If nothing else, it'll get you used to using the software. So the plan is for each week during our regularly scheduled lab time, I will host a Zoom session. Now, you don't have to do your lab work during that time, but I encourage you to use those sessions to ask questions. You can also, I can assign you individual meeting rooms with your partners, so that way you can work on your labs with each other during that time. And I really wish I could show you an example meeting, but I just don't have the functionality to do that using this broadcasting software. So next, if you click inside the link for the experiment folder, you'll see a couple of things. One, I've posted a video, a demonstration with a little introduction and a little explanation. But also all the materials that you will be using each week to complete the experiment are found here on our class website. And there's a link to that within the folder. So this coming week, we're going to be doing simple harmonic motion. So first of all, if you click the link, go to this page, there are instructions that you can download in PDF format. And there's written in a little more explanation of what you should do, since you won't actually be on site to use the apparatus. Some of the information in your lab manual is kind of irrelevant to you. So that's why notes have been added in. So under worksheets, you can download either a Word digital version of the worksheets or a PDF version. So, okay. Just a second here. Okay. So once you download the digital version, you can just fill it in online, inline, right? So instead of having to worry about, I realize a lot of you probably may not have printers and that kind of thing, or scanners. So you can fill it in your worksheets in digitally each week. If you start typing something in and the formatting in Word goes crazy, if things get all out of line and messed up, do the best you can with it. Again, we all had very short notice, and I don't think any of us expected this situation to arise, so we're kind of all doing the best we can. If you have a version of Adobe Acrobat that will allow you to fill in cells, then there is also a PDF version that you can download. And there should be, if you have the correct version, it might allow you to edit and put in data inside the boxes. So depending on your system and whichever one's easier, use the PDF or the Word version. I will accept either one. And so you don't have to complete them during our lab time. On this bottom link, that is where you will upload your worksheet each week. So I've posted it just like a regular assignment. When you get finished with your worksheet, save a completed version of it, and you can upload it directly from your computer. Okay. So, other things that will change. During our peer review weeks, we are looking at using Blackboard's peer review system in order to do that. But during those weeks, you will have something similar to what we have done thus far this semester. You will write a draft report or a draft of your report. A classmate or a couple of classmates will give you feedback on that. And then you will have another week to make changes to your report and then submit a final copy. The other thing that you all may be excited about is, given the circumstances and that we can't meet in person, you will not have a lab final this semester. Instead, your grade will be based solely on your pre-labs, worksheets, and your lab reports. So there's a good side and a bad side to this. First of all, good side, you don't have to take a final. Secondly, each one of those things will count a little bit more towards your grade. And when I have calculated the final breakdown of everything, of course, I will send you an updated syllabus. And so in the meantime, what you guys need to do, first of all, download and install Zoom. See if you have any problems. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions. And also, I know some of you may be in areas that don't get really good internet access, um, or you may have unreliable internet access. So in the announcement that I sent, I asked that you just kind of give me an idea of what your internet speed is, so that we can kind of expect and work around any problems that you might have. Like I said, the live sessions that we have on Zoom, they're there for your benefit. I would suggest, I'm not going to make it a requirement that you are there for every session the entire time. But I feel like it is a good idea until we get used to this, everyone gets used to this new format. Um, just so I can kind of guide you through some of the things that you might run into. Um, okay. There are also some services that the university is providing in terms of, if you don't have access to a laptop during this time, it is possible that you can be provided one through the university. I will continue to post some resources for you with links to reach out and who to reach out to in regards to that. Also, for anyone who does not have internet access, I know a lot of internet companies are offering free service during this time. And so I'm sure there are plenty of things that I have forgotten, and I'm really not a professional at making internet videos and online lectures. I think you all will probably have to sit through a lot of really bad lecture videos in the coming weeks, but the most important thing is just be patient and stay calm. This is kind of an unprecedented situation for all of us, but we will get through it, and hopefully you have enjoyed my first attempt at a video. And so I will be in touch. If you can, join me Monday for the Zoom question and answer session. And if not, I will speak to you soon.